this week on the Bubble Chat.
It's extremely shocking. Like, it's one thing to read about it, but to see the damage with your own eyes, it just takes the whole situation to a different level. And I get why Kid Cudi didn't want to explain it right when it happened. Imagine being in that position, something that intense goes down, and you're expected to just open up about publicly right away. Nah. Some things take time to process, and not everything needs to be explained immediately, especially when safety and emotions are involved. From what I've gathered, and like we've seen with a lot of Diddy friendships with other artists, things aren't always the same. There's the pattern of making it look like everything's full on the surface, but behind the scenes, there's clearly tension, miscommunication, or something much deeper going on. And it's really sad.
J-Lo is already known as a fashion icon, right? She has been that girl that is not a problem. If I was a designer, someone a part of a major fashion house, I would not be mad if the bitch had took some pictures and had posted it. Huh?
I say he went to court and got found guilty. He need to do his time and quit whining about it.
And he was not crying until he got stabbed.
I had the opportunity to watch the documentary, and there's a moment that really stood out to me. One of her former teammates explained that time when Wendy fainted on air in her Statue of Liberty costume.
I'm just tired of hearing about this man and his crazy ass decisions and the court case. And just thank you for donating the money, going about your life.
Who's the party game? Who's the party lead?
Big party game.
Big party.
All right, now who's the Barb? Are you a Barb nephew?
Yeah, I'm a Barb.
Are you a Barb?
I feel like we're both. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. You can't sing.
I like
you
them
cannot
both.
swing
Like,
and see
I
song
can.
at the
I
same
like
time. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Bubble Chat, the space where we keep it real, spill the latest tea, and talk about everything from the headlines to hilarious news. We're glad that you're here, whether you are a long-time listener or tuning in for the first time.
All right. It's officially June, and around here, we're showing up in full rainbow attire because it's Pride Month, y'all. That's right. We're bringing the energy, the love, the celebration all month long. Whether you're out and proud, still figuring things out, or just here to support, there's a place for you in this bubble.
You know how we do a little bit of pop culture, a little bit of real life, and a whole lot of fun from unexpected celebrity moves to stories that hit close to home. We're covering it all with no filter and a lot of personality.
And of course, we're keeping things colorful, not just with our outfits, but with the stories, voices, and perspectives we bring to the mic. Pride is all about community, self-expression, and joy. And we're carrying that vibe through every segment today.
So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's get into it because the Bubble Chat starts right now.
And now, as the talented Queen Wendy Williams once said, it's time for Hot Topic. Bitch, how you do?
Oh,
you doing?
so much right now with all this that's going on.
What?
Everything that's going on in the media, baby. I missed the hot minute, the hot topic, that first minute of her show was the whole show. I need that.
Okay, well, we get
Yeah. Well, before we do get to hot topic,
I'm sorry.
don't worry, you're good. You may have noticed that I'm no longer in my college apartment because I graduated college.
Woo, woo, woo. Let's go.
We'll just pretend it's a gown. We'll just pretend it's a cap that just flew around. And, I'm actually in my mom's living room because normally I record my podcast episodes in my room, but it's kind of feel like a tornado entered it in. So we're just in the process of like moving things around. So as soon as all that gets taken care of, I'm gonna start using my room. But until then, this is where we're starting to get off. But don't worry, my room will grow soon. All right, let's build a team.
Let's do it.
Sorry, look. Everybody, we're going to talk about Sean Diddy Combs again. I know y'all know, I know you know, I know. Everybody getting tired of hearing these updates about this motherfucking trial, okay? And when the new tea dropped, you already know we got it right here to spill. So here's the new tea. Kid Cudi just testified in Diddy's ongoing federal case involving sex trafficking and racketeering. And what he shaped is straight up wild. Kid Cudi told the court that after briefly dating Cassie, yes, the same Cassie who had an on and off relationship with Diddy, his home got broken into. And shortly after that, his Porsche was blown up by or with a Mazel Tov cocktail. He had come home to find his car torched and the convertible top had been destroyed. He also shared the bizarre meeting he had with Diddy. This what let me stick to the story before I get my shit. So then he also shared a bizarre meeting that he had with Diddy at a Soho house not long ago after the explosion. Cudi said Diddy kept offering him water and stood with his hands behind his back like a Marvel super villain. I want y'all to think about Morpheus in the Matrix with the trench coat, and now he was talking. That's energy. Okay, I just want to think about that. And naturally, Kid Cudi was looking like Neo. He was looking just like Keanu Reeves. What? What? Because I'm not playing with you, Morpheus. He just got to put his hand behind his back. Y'all remember Lawrence Fishburne kept his hands behind his back damn near the half of the whole first Matrix movie. Just want you to remember that, okay? So, while he was right here looking like a Marvel villain, Puff Daddy, not Morpheus, not Lawrence Fishburne, the whole vibe made him very uneasy. And while Diddy never directly admitted to anything, Cudi told the court that he always believed Diddy had something to do with what had happened. This just adds to the long list of disturbing accusations that Puff Daddy is facing right now. And let's be real, it's not looking too good. He is currently up against federal charges that include racketeering, sex trafficking, and more. He's pleaded not guilty, but if convicted, he could be doing life behind bars. So here's the question. Does hearing this from Kid Cudi shift anything for you guys? Does this change how you see the case? Or is it just more fuel in an already explosive situation?
Yeah, we all knew Diddy was fucked up.
The fuck, that mean fucked up? That mean Diddy do it?
I mean, yeah. I think the court case is just giving us the proof we needed. But we knew Diddy was doing making people diddle, I guess. Whatever the hell he was doing.
Diddy dirty money, blow your shit up in the morning. He said that actually in last night. You're gonna get an answer, and then on the taping, he was like, "Yeah, making it come blow your shit up." Yeah,
he say like you better not be at home, and y'all remember that.
Go home and
on the track.
Yes,
Puff Daddy, Keisha Cole's last night. Listen to them. And it could click and all the shit, and then it's like he did a voicemail. Or she picked up the phone and he is kind of ranting. He was talking about, I'm going to come blow your motherfucking car up. Now, I wonder, was that the same year? We need to check that. Check that. Because I've been drinking. Year last night came out with Puff Daddy and Keisha Cole's. Now, what was the year they was there? Because it was like 12, like 2012.
I think 2011 or 2012, something.
Yes, I think that was around that time.
So I've been keeping up with this whole situation between Diddy and Kid Cudi, and yeah, I did hear what happened, but seeing the image of the burned out Porsche seat, I've seen it multiple times now, and honestly, it's extremely shocking. Like, it's one thing to read about it, but to see the damage with your own eyes, it just takes the whole situation to a different level. And I get why Kid Cudi didn't want to explain it right when it happened. Imagine being in that position, something that intense goes down, and you're expected to just open up about publicly right away. Nah. Some things take time to process, and not everything needs to be explained immediately, especially when safety and emotions are involved. From what I've gathered, and like we've seen with a lot of Diddy friendship with other artists, things aren't always the same. There's the pattern of making it look like everything's cool on the surface, but behind the scenes, there's clearly tension, miscommunication, or something much deeper going on, and it's really sad. Really, especially when it involves people we've watched collaborate and uplift each other creatively. But honestly, if I were Kid Cudi, I honestly filed a lawsuit. A Porsche isn't cheap, and this wasn't just a misunderstanding. It was a dangerous and expensive situation that could have ended way worse. Holding
Wait,
people accountable doesn't mean being petty. It's about setting boundaries, especially when someone else's actions cross the line.
What
Seriously.
you think, Michelle?
I think that I think he did it. Whatever they said, did he? Because I actually heard about this along like around the time it happened. I heard about it, and I said he absolutely did that shit. Now, outside of Kid Cudi, have y'all heard Monique's testimony?
Who is Monique?
Monique, that
The
Monique.
comedian.
Have you heard of her
She
testimony?
went to court?
Baby, she went to court and told it all.
Okay, wait. I
Court.
want to hear
Because
she
she
was
said-
getting cat splattered by nobody. Wait.
He's saying,
Wait.
take down the whole house.
That's okay, Michelle. Just hold on. Keep that lit. Let me just do some quick fact checking for you guys. Okay, so girl, is that legal? Simone Redwine. She is an attorney. She actually has started the case against Jennifer Williams' husband on Basketball Wives, right?
Mm-hmm.
Real attorney, right? So she said that even they never put in arson, right? Or burglary in the case. Because Kid Cudi, when they went to house, they burglarized his house. Or they didn't steal anything, but when you break in somebody's house, that's called burglary, right? Okay, so they broke in, that's burglary, and then they never did the arson because Cassie's best friend testified in her testimony. No, what's her name? Oh gosh. See, I'm really bad with names. But it's the girl that worked for Puffy, right? But she's Cassie's friend. She testified and said Puff Daddy came to her house at gunpoint, told her, get the fuck up, come on, you about to take me to Kid Cudi house right now. She was like, well, she was trying to, like stall and like, I'm not gonna do that, whatever. As she was getting ready, she was texting Cassie and Cudi like, it is going down.
Yeah.
So and her story collaborates with Kid Cudi's story when Kid Cudi came to his house because they were there waiting. She was in the car. They had disposed of the dog, put the dog in the bathroom, all that kind of good stuff, right? So all these stories are they all collaborating and collaborating with each other, right? As in like from A to B. Like she was in the car texting Cassie like, bitch, they is in the house right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it is about to go the fuck down, right? So she said it in that split moment, she decided to change Cassie's name, not Cassie, but another friend of hers, right? When Puffy came to the car, it's like, give me your motherfucking phone. So when he go through the call log, it doesn't say Cassie, it doesn't say best friend, it say somebody. He called her back. Cassie picked up the phone. Right? Okay, now by this time, Cudi is there, but he drove off because he was like, because when he testified, he was like, I was laid up with the bitch when her best friend called and out at my house. I heard her say they at my house. I jump in the car. I'm smashing to the house. But then I had realized, did the diddler. Let me, okay, they there. Okay, let me go up the hill and call the police, which is what he did. Now, so like I said, old girl in the car texting Cassie, this shit is about to get real mania and reckless, right? When Puffy came to the car and took the phone and was like, oh, you bitches is playing. You bitches is playing. Okay, so now they chased Cudi when they saw Cudi. When Cudi got there, they chased him a little bit, right? So he told the friend, you better call Cassie and a friend, say, you better tell Cudi that if he mentions my motherfucking name, I'm killing both of y'all. So that's why Kid Cudi never had a police filing or report about what happened to the girl. You see what I'm saying? He never mentioned his name. The lawyer said, had he mentioned had he mentioned that the car was vandalized, like intentionally like that they would have done an independent investigation without him going to the police.
Yeah. So
right?
there's somebody.
All that to say that had he had filed it through his insurance, that they would have did an independent investigation and without him going to the police. Of course, he did not know that, right? Okay, so all these stories run together. Everything is concurrent. Now bring in Monique. Bring what?
So there are clips on YouTube that you can watch that have like the full transcripts of all the people that's testifying and exactly word for word what happened. So Monique, though, you know the whole shit with her and Tyler Perry and why she got blackballed and all that bullshit. So she came in and said that all that started because she got invited to a Diddy party. And she walked in that motherfucker and she looked to the left and she looked to the right. And then this person came in front of her with an NDA talking about sign it. And she said, fuck that, I'm leaving. And she walked out the door. That's what caused the whole shit. And so that's why she went to court, because she like, it's bigger than Diddy. It's the whole fucking Hollywood, pretty much. So because she told them no, because she said no, I'm not going, they start putting out Monique's difficult to work with, Monique's blah 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 blah, and it all went back.
You see, before she walked through, she looked to the left, looked to the right.
No, she didn't say. She said she's seen some things that she didn't want to be a part of. She didn't say exactly what, but she's seen some shit that she didn't want to be a part of. So she left. So from there, she got started being labeled difficult. She was already going through the little money situation with Tyler Perry. They was working it out. But once that happened, it was like, nah, fuck all that. We ain't doing it. So that caused their conflict, which was their big blow up in front of the cameras. But behind that, it was because of Diddy, and she didn't
a Diddy party.
Yes, she got to be shut down. She came in and she seen some shit, and she didn't sign the NDA. So because she didn't sign the NDA, she could talk to everybody about that shit. So y'all got to get rid of her. Basically, is what happened. That's why she got blackballed. That cost her her whole fucking career. She had recordings of Tyler Perry calling and apologizing to her and saying, well, I can't say this on publicly because it goes too far beyond that or whatever. Tyler Perry, she's named Oprah, she named TD Jakes, they all in cahoots. After Tyler Perry, after that, did something where he wrote a check for TD Jakes' church. And it's like all hush money. Everybody got to put out that she's difficult to blackball her out of Hollywood, basically. And it all go back to that. And she like, bro, this
a Diddy party.
Yeah, she like, it's a list in Hollywood, like an unwritten list of people that you don't fuck with, or else this gonna happen. And Diddy is on that list. Oprah is like number 1 on that list. Like it's some mob shit. They like made men.
Like Holly mob. It's the Holly mob.
Holly mob. Something crazy. After listening to her, and then they said that like everything she was saying was making sense, making everything everybody else said make sense. Like it was coincided with other testimonies, bro. Like,
so quick question, and it's a segue. Do you think, or do you believe that our next celebrity we're going to dive into is on that list?
No.
Ooh.
You don't?
Maybe.
Okay, Nichelle, let's see. Let's get into the next story.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next story. Next on the table, Jennifer Lopez is being sued by photographer Edwin Blanco and the photo agency Black Grid USA for posting pictures of herself on social media. These weren't just selfies; they were They were paparazzi shots taken at pre-Golden Globes party in January, where she was dressed in a white fur coat, slip dress, and carrying a Chanel bag. She posted 9 of those pictures with the caption "Weekend Glamour" on both Instagram and X, formerly or still known to some people as Twitter. The agency claims those posts crossed the line because they weren't just casual uploads. They argue J-Lo used the images to promote the designers that she was wearing, making the post commercial. Now they're asking for up to $150,000 per image, which could total to over $1 million if the court sides with them. Apparently, there was talk of a settlement. J-Lo's team reportedly agreed to pay out, but then never followed through with signing the papers or sending the money. And this isn't her first time in this type of legal trouble. She had a similar lawsuit back in 2019 over a different set of paparazzi photos. So, co-host, let's get into it. Do you think celebs should be able to post pictures of themselves taken by paparazzi, or should they really have to pay for using content they didn't technically own?
Now, I'm going to be relevant here.
I feel like if it's the paparazzi, you putting it out there anyway. What if I just screenshotted it and shared it? Like, how you gonna tell me I can't post a picture of myself?
So the question,
paparazzi, you didn't ask me to take that, motherfucker.
Do you think
that's true?
All right.
Okay, now a picture is worth 1,000 words. And before we go into talking about a picture, J-Lo is already known as a fashion icon, right? She has been that girl that is not a problem. If I was a designer, someone a part of a major fashion house, I would not be mad if the bitch had took some pictures and had posted it. Now, it's a little bit different if you're posting a picture like pumping a story behind it, right? It's false, right? Like now, I mean, I can get it. Like you might feel a little tacky, but I mean, if the bitch bought it, if she bought it,
I'm saying
paid her dues and her taxes,
you can't be
rock this shit. I mean, what's the problem?
You can't be mad that I came dripped out and you took my picture.
You know what I'm saying? And as long as she wasn't around here looking like Kanye West's wife, I have no problem with it. And I mean, I would not be mad if Jennifer Lopez had on anything that I had made or was in orchestration of.
I guarantee you, if she had on Nike, them niggas would not be tripping.
Yikes.
I'm going to be relevant here.
Don't do that.
No.
How do you feel, nephew?
All right, so I'm not a legal expert. I'm not a lawyer or an attorney or a judge or a prosecutor. And I'm not saying anything here is confirmed as true.
You just a college graduate, nephew. You just a college motherfucking graduate.
Woo-hoo!
I'm just going off what I've read and what I understand. Now, from what I know, these kinds of lawsuits usually come down to photo rights, specifically whether or not the person posting the image got permission from the photographer or the agency that owns it. In this case, Jennifer didn't take the photos herself, obviously. So that raises the possibility that those photos weren't credited properly or permission wasn't really granted. And if that's the case, I do understand why a photographer or agency might feel like they have to take the right to take legal action. I mean, that's their work, their content, just like how any creative wouldn't want their stuff shared without credit or pay. That said, I tried looking up the exact photos she's being sued over and I couldn't find them, so I can't really give a detailed opinion on whether that lawsuit makes sense or not without seeing the actual image in question, and I could only guess, and I'm not here to do that.
It makes sense to me. I think they're about to get some money off.
Yeah, I was sitting on the back end on some shiesty back end dirty shit, and these tariffs is a tearing motherfuckers up. And they might have said, we're going to get the bag on this bitch. She going to pay. Just like I said, the Mexicans going to pay for the wall. This bitch going to pay for the tax tariff. She did some shit. We're going to fire that hoe. I think, you know, that, look.
Because they didn't talk to me after not being paid, so.
Girl, look, Jennifer, you still cute. And you better bring, I also say they got Jessica Simpson. Can you imagine or think about all of the lines that came out? So I want you to think about baby fat. I want you to think about fact form. I want you to think about academics. I want you to think about, what was that guy named Carl Kanai? Remember that? We can throw Sean John in that bitch. Do you remember? And so then J-Lo had a line. Jessica Simpson, she's still pumping her shit. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You see what I'm saying? The Kardashians are a little bit different because they had like a boutique. It wasn't like you can just go to a store and buy their stuff. But do you remember Eve had Fetish?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Yes, Eve had.
That was Eve though, but I certainly.
It was Eve. It was Eve. Yes, it was Eve. It was called Fetish. So I just say that to say, like, oh my God, like, yikes. Jennifer, you need to get your shit. You show some No, she did have a line. J-Lo had a line. Am I not right? J-Lo, right?
From what I know, she owns a record label called New Yorkin Records.
No, J-Lo used to have a club called J-Lo. Yes. That's what, so that's where the little velour baby doll sweatsuits came from back in the day. Y'all too young. Next story. Next. Chris, bring it in. Let's update some music. Not some old bitch, talk about some young bitches.
Yeah, she had a line though for making a deal and then running off on the plug. That's where she fucked up. Like she
got to get that money.
was like, fuck that. I'll change my mind. Like
All right, next. Singer SZA has publicly defended Megan Thee Stallion against ongoing harassment following the 2020 shooting incident involving Tory Lanez. Lanez was convicted in December of 2022 for shooting Megan and is currently serving a 10-year prison sentence. Despite the conviction, Lanez's legal team recently claimed to have new exonerating evidence, leading to a renewed public scrutiny of Megan. In response, SZA expressed dismay over the continued public bullying of Megan, stating, "I'm so shocked that people continue to publicly bully someone who was proven in court to be the victim." Megan herself addressed the resurfacing allegations on TikTok, reaffirming that Lane shot her and criticizing the ongoing misinformation campaign. Her attorney, Alex Spiro, emphasized that the case was thoroughly adjudicated, describing it as a straightforward matter of violent assault rather than political controversy. The controversy has been further fueled by public figures, including rapper Drake, who have called for Lanez's pardon following his recent stabbing in prison. Drake shared a petition urging California Governor Gavin Newsom to pardon Lane, citing alleged prosecutorial misconduct and missing forensic evidence. Megan has vehemently rejected these calls, expressing frustration over continued efforts to discredit her. Whew. Okay.
I'm tired of the horse and the leprechaun.
I am too, because I was just thinking.
I'm tired of the horse and the leprechaun.
He's so disrespectful.
I'm tired of the donkey and the midget.
He shot her. Let it go. He shot her.
Hey, I completely support SZA for.
You never really hear him talking about it at all. But every chance she gets, she's online talking about it.
They didn't want to shake a dang on that little pack mule of a man. That is not nice. That man to come
Listen, I completely support SZA for standing up for Megan. We need more people in the industry who aren't afraid to speak up when someone's being entirely criticized, especially when that person is a Black woman who's already been through hell. And if you've seen Megan's documentary on Prime Video, then you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. It goes into the emotional toll that
They
was so drunk.
They didn't make that little man like that. They didn't got the ribs, the pork chops, the bacon, fat bags. Baby, look, he up in there totally shred. He in there looking like a busted pinata. Don't know what to do. He been on that. I'm worried about him. Now, look, her hoof is all right. She's recovered. She's a trained Glorilla. Now look, now we got the little light skinned monkey bitch with the new nose running around here on stage.
All right.
No Glorilla slander will be tolerated in the It's not gonna go to her. Okay.
Look.
We're not doing that.
Okay.
That little leprechaun of a man. trying to do his son. Ain't nobody stabbed R. Kelly ass because he doing concerts every motherfucking night.
All right.
Got to.
I'm sorry, nephew. I'm worried about Tory Lanez.
He went to court.
I was
your time and quit whining.
Huh?
I said he went to court and got found guilty. He need to do his time and quit whining about it.
And he was not crying until he got stabbed.
Yes,
He wasn't crying. He got stabbed.
Oh well, shit get real when you in jail, nigga. You should shoot people.
All right, for real. I was trying to say that it was going into the emotional toll that the whole situation took on her, and how one night and everything that followed turned into years of pain, scrutiny, and court battles. The documentary just laid it out, and Megan didn't just have to deal with the trauma of the event itself. She had to relive it over and over again in the public eye. And what I don't get is why people are still criticizing her. Megan had to sit through not just one, but multiple court cases. And let's be honest, the waiting game, whether you're innocent or guilty, isn't easy. It's mentally and emotionally draining, and no one walks away from that unchanged. So seeing SZA to stand up and speak out for her, that means something. It's a reminder that real support matters, especially when it comes to from your that support she always has.
He over there looking like a project pincushion. I just don't know. I like I said, her hoof is all right. Now he got to go through every time he got stabbed. See, she only got shot one time. He got stabbed a whole bunch of times. He had to go from the first puncture to the last puncture, and he still had to live through it. He in jail. They not wrapping up his wounds right. Now, I'm not making light of her being shot. I'm not making light of that, but he's been stabbed multiple times. I'm just
well, he better go do some concerts like R. Kelly.
You know, he's a little bird.
So he can stop getting stabbed. Because what happened was they all got drunk as hell and don't nobody know what happened, and that bitch ended up shot. And she'll blame it on her best friend, so this nigga had to do it. And that's what it is.
No.
Do your time. Do your time. Niggas get stabbed in jail all the time, B.
Not little men. Not little men.
I wonder what he got stabbed for.
Oh, come on, Matthew. Okay,
I wonder what the ultimatum was: get stabbed or do what? He a little man in there.
And stuff.
That's probably what it was. That nigga was fighting for his manhood and that motherfucker.
Let's talk about it and stuff.
All right.
Probably really what happened.
Well, a documentary titled "Trapped: What Is Happening to Wendy Williams" reveals that Wendy has relocated to a more restrictive memory care unit in her assisted living facility after an incident on her 60th birthday. According to investigative journalist Diane Diamond, Wendy allegedly took the elevator to the rooftop bar, ordered multiple drinks, and became intoxicated. Following the event, she was moved to the 5th floor memory care unit where she is reportedly confined unless granted permission by her guardian. Wendy has acknowledged that celebrating her birthday and experiencing a relapse, but stated in March of this year, interviewed that she is now sober. The documentary also raises questions about her diagnosis of FTD, with some doctors struggling that alcohol-induced dementia could be a more accurate assessment. Her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, has claimed that Wendy declined scheduled neurological testing, while Wendy has expressed awareness of these claims. So here's my 2 cents. I've been following the recent updates about Wendy, and it's honestly heartbreaking to say the least. Even though Wendy's had her share of controversial moments and has been called out for things in the past, I think what really come to light now, not defending her controversial actions, is the reality of her struggles with drug addiction. I had the opportunity to watch the documentary, and there's a moment that really stood out to me. One of her former teammates explained that that time when Wendy fainted on air in her Statue of Liberty costume, something she said and something she had said was due to overheating. But the way it was talked about in the documentary, there is a possibility, and I want to be clear that I don't know this for sure, that drugs might have played a role in that moment. It makes you look at everything with a different lens. And what really hit me, though, was remembering that Wendy had actually opened up about her addiction years ago. I specifically remember watching one of her Hot Topic segments when Whitney Houston passed in 2012. She got really emotional, and you could tell it wasn't just about Whitney. She talked about her own struggles with substance abuse, and now looking it back, it feels like she was giving us pieces of her story that we just didn't fully understand at the time. It's like Wendy was going through a similar phase of addiction behind the scenes, and as much as she was on screen giving us the gossip and the hot topics, she was currently battling something a lot deeper off camera. It goes to show how easy it is to judge public figures without really knowing what they're facing in private. So
she had gave us the backstory in the middle of all the hoopla. So with all of her divorce and that man having that baby and whatever her health issues, or whether it was her health and or her addiction issues, she has said on her TV show, I've been in a sobriety house. But that was the way I kind of backdoor and let my husband go. You see what I'm saying? Like she broke that down. So I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't be objected if she had been high or her stress levels had kind of heightened her health issues where she had hit the flow like that. This is the thing. Remember, we were just talking about how Monique went to the party and did not sign the NDA. She may have seen or witnessed a little bit of stuff and she left the party, correct? Mm-hmm. So whatever eyeful she got probably was triggering and alarming being who she was. Like, like like she's a comical siren. Like she speaks out, everyone listens. It's kind of like undeniable what she says. So
on top of that, she have her own a past with abuse.
Right. Okay. So right now, in spite of everything they've been through, we ain't never heard her say that until you said that's what she said in the transcripts. Am I right? Has she ever said these motherfuckers been dogging me out since I ain't signed that NDA? She's never said that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So she's been holding it to the chest, which is why I believe Tyler Perry was like, thank you, bitch, because she probably saw him. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's probably why he folded, and Oprah was like, no. Like, it's just see me walk from one room to the next. She didn't know what the fuck I was doing. You see what I'm saying? We don't know, but I'm assuming that would be the reason why Oprah didn't apologize and why Tyler Perry did. You see what I'm saying? Right? But and Lee didn't know. Lee Daniels is the one that did it publicly. Tyler Perry did it behind doors, and Oprah said, fuck you. Okay, boom, right? 30 Shades of Grey. So that could be that. But what's sad is they said that bitch in a more restrictive healthcare unit.
I know.
That she in solitary confinement in a whole man, that's like she on lockdown without a straight jacket.
She just want a little drinky drink on her birthday.
No, fuck that. Because see, you
didn't have to do all that.
You could throw me in a detox tank. But what I'm talking about is if she said I can't leave the floor I was on. I'm in a nice apartment with a window, right? And they feed me whatever. Okay, now what they doing to you now? What can't you do? If it's more restrictive, what that mean? Like you can't leave out your room?
That's what they just said. You can't leave out your room unless she have permission.
But see, now is this another apartment box in the sky where I can like wash my ass, maybe make an egg or two? You see what I'm saying? Watch a little TV, canoe. Like she has no access to the internet, no phone, like all those things. Like
that's why she crazy. Shit.
That's what I was about.
That's it right there. Let me out of here. She left and went straight to the bar. And y'all got me fucked up.
You know what? We're gonna pray for you, Queen Wendy, because
I did.
Speechless. I'm speechless. I got on purple tonight. I feel like her purple chair. She could have squished her little narrow ass right into my chest right now and got comfortable. But next, Antron.
Wow.
All right, y'all. So after years of legal battles and public scrutiny, I think his name is Jesse Smollett has reached a settlement with the city of Chicago instead of paying the $130,000 to the city, sought out for investigative costs related to the 2019 incident. Smollett has agreed to donate $50,000 to building better future centers for the arts, a Chicago-based organization supporting underprivileged youth through mental health services and arts education. This agreement concludes a 6-year civil lawsuit filed by the city, aiming to recoup expenses from the investigation into Smollett's reported hate crime, which authorities later alleged was staged. Notable, this settlement does not include any admissions of guilt from Smollett, while he was convicted in 2021 on 5 felony counts related to the incident. The Illinois Supreme Court overturned that conviction in 2024, citing a prior agreement with prosecutors. Yeah. With the donation already made, the settlements await final approval from a judge to become official. This resolution allows both Smollett and the city to move forward, closing a continuous chapter that has lingered in the public eyes for years. So, co-host, what are y'all thoughts on this settlement? Does this resolution feel like a fair conclusion to the prolonged saga, or does it leave lingering questions about accountability and justice?
I think I'm just tired. I'm just tired of it.
Yeah, we're gonna let light skin go first. Don't speak on the light skin. What you say about your cousin? What you say about your cousin?
First of all, I'm just tired of hearing about this man and his crazy ass decisions and the court case. And man, just thank you for donating the money, going about your life.
I know he mad though, because because after that, his career kind of went downhill. He got kicked off an Empire.
He should have been. Like,
his career went away. It didn't go down here. His career went away.
All the Cubs.
And they went from 30,000 to 50,000. I feel like he got off good. Shit.
Easy as hell. Pay the money.
All right, go ahead. You should have had to pay more though, because he really fucked up a lot of shit. And them people, like, he really fucked up them people's life, man. Like, he should have paid more money than that.
Yeah,
I just want to ask a question.
Oh, here you go.
Who the fuck is he sucking in or fucking? Because ain't no way. I mean, he went in there of all the lies and the fuck. I mean, like, we might as well call this nigga Donald Trump III. Because the way he lied and did all that, we all saw it. That's like the insurrection that we all seen it. And then, they tried to impeach that nigga, took his ass to trial, get that nigga, what, 6 days, 60 days, some shit like that, right? Now, so now it's like, we got a felon as a president, right? And now, you got an $80,000 cut break. It's not a fine anymore. It's a donation.
Like, what type of shit is that?
Yeah, like, who name going on?
And say he don't have to. It's no admission of guilt. Like, what are we selling? What did you got off?
Baby, he must be doing it like Prince never did.
I know that's right.
It take more than some boots in your booty out to get the job done. I don't do it like that. Next. Okay. We're starting the celebration of Pride Month by shining a spotlight on someone who's been breaking boundaries and redefining what it means to live out loud. I'm going to give myself a special plug. I am the A's Pride Ambassador this year, 2025. I just want to say that. So, Pride. We're starting Pride Month with the celebration by shining the spotlight on someone who's been breaking boundaries and redefining what it means to live out loud, whose pronouns are him, she, they, that bitch. I'm talking about Billy Porter.
From his Tony Award-winning role in Kiki Boots to his powerful portrayal of Ray Tell in Pose, Billy Porter has always brought fierce authenticity to everything he touches. But beyond the stage and screen, he's become a symbol of liberation, blending fashion, queerness, blackness, boldness into one unapologetic presence. You probably remember that iconic tuxedo gown he wore to the Oscars in 2019. That wasn't just a look, it was a statement. It challenged red carpet norms, redefined masculinity, and made space for self-expression in places that often try to box people in. Billy always said he dresses for freedom, and every appearance is proof of that. He has also been open about his journey from surviving rejection and trauma to living with HIV, and he uses that truth to inspire others to live freely and fiercely. Billy Porter doesn't just represent pride and doom. He is pride 365 days a week.
Come on now.
All right, y'all, welcome back. Now that we kicked off Pride Month with a spotlight on Billy Porter, it's time to move on to our next segment, Beyond the Blog. This is where we dive into pop culture moments that happened before the bubble chat even existed. Sometimes these are stories we wish we had talked about earlier, and sometimes there's moments that still have us thinking. Whether it's iconic events, unforgettable celebrity drama, or just those viral happenings that shape the culture, we're here to catch up, unpack, and maybe even share a few why didn't we talk about this sooner moments. So co-host, what's one pop culture throwback you think deserve a fresh look on the Beyond the Wall?
Check this out. We're going to take it back to 2018, the year when one of the biggest rumor feuds in hip-hop had ever made headlines, the alleged fight between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. If you remember, the tension between these two queens was no secret. It all came to a head at Harper's Bazaar Icons Party in September 2018, when Cardi B reportedly threw a shoe at Nicki Minaj. The incident was caught on camera, and suddenly the internet exploded with takes, reactions, and speculations. Neither Nicki nor Cardi fully confirmed all the details, but the drama sparked countless conversations about rivalry, respect, and pressures women face in the rap game. Looking now back, it's clear this moment shaped a lot how both artists moved forward in their careers. And it reminded us just how real the stakes are behind the scenes. Now, co-host, do you remember this moment?
I did. And from what I remember, Cardi B was escorted out with a knot on her forehead, and rumors started flying immediately. There were claims that Nicki said something about Cardi's parenting, which she didn't take lightly, and I don't blame her. But when it comes to whether or not Nicki was actually involved in that physical part of the altercation, I don't know. There's a mix of perspectives. Some say Nicki was just there and didn't engage at all. Others believe she might have provoked something, even if she didn't throw a punch herself. And let's not forget, the footage was chaotic. The security was everywhere. People were yelling and cussing, and the full story never really came out in a clear way until, from what I know, episode of Queen Radio that Nicki Minaj once hosted said that, what was it? What was the name that you said, Adonis?
Ra Ali.
Ra Ali was the one who beat Cardi's ass. So I think there's still a lot we don't know for sure. To this day, it still gets talked about as one of the biggest moments of rap beef in the social media era. But I do believe both women have grown since then. And even if things were messy back then, I hope they both move forward in their own. Because, like, at the end of the day, they're like two different people.
I don't want to take a call right now. Between the five of us on this goddamn screen, Who is a Barty gang and who is a bar? Who is the Barty gang? Who's Cardi B?
Big Barty gang.
Pick sides.
All right, now who's a bar? Are you a Barb nephew?
Yeah, I'm a Barb.
Are you a Barb?
I said like them both. I don't pick sides.
Oh, okay. You see, you can't see.
I like
you
them
cannot
both.
swing
Like,
and seesaw
I
at the
can. I like them both.
Real though, I do like. If I had to pick,
I'm not picking nobody. Like Cardi, she just more lit than Nicki is.
I know.
I can't really pick and choose. Like I like them both for.
I like Cardi more. Cardi is like that's who she is. Nicki Minaj is a fucking character.
A genuine, yeah.
That's real. Okay.
I don't like her. I don't like the way she talk. I don't like the way she dress. I don't like her. Her raps, she been kind of saying the same shit for a minute now. Like, come on, why are you still doing? What's the name of her little thing?
If you're not gonna be
album, whatever that shit is, she been doing the same shit since she came out.
Of all the girls that are out right now that are rapping, Doja Cat, and Megan Thee Stallion can still rap when they're past 40. The way that they rap, the things that they're saying, the messages that they come across, they're all not conscious like that. But Megan could stop donkey bucking and make it all right. You see what I'm saying? Like after you turn 40, you gotta you have to change. You gotta tweak some things. Snoop did it.
Meg is gonna be more on like Cash Doll level when she start getting older. Like Cash,
yes. Like how he can still be a little aggressive, but it's like bitch, every 6-7 years you'll see me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it. I still look good. So
she got her degree and shit. She about to put her money and her efforts. Like Meg, I feel like Meg used the rap just to get on to where she need to be. She ain't finna do this shit forever. Tori just fucking shot her.
Nephew, I'm gonna beat you up because yes, the real tea behind the story is Cardi B did throw that shoe, but it was Ra Ali that lit her ass up and had left that bubble that landed on her head that didn't pop. Because that's what that knot looked like, a straight bubble. It was, I think it was us. Was we in spirit? The bubble check, that bubble had landed on her forehead and that motherfucker did not pop. But it sat there. But no. Cardi B getting out there popped in a whole nother dimension, a whole kind of way. But we're gonna move on. And we have a very, very special co-panelist that's gonna come to the camera right now. A very special color that is a part of the rainbow. Shrimp, can you come back? Young diva.
Hold on. Let me keep it G. Let me keep the sign off G because because that was supposed to be your part, but
you said what?
I'm gonna keep her script G rated because
yeah. Well, she has my parental consent to curse. It's all right. You got that bullshit. You got that bullshit. You're gonna burn in hell twice, nephew. Hell twice. You ready, nephew?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Come on, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Are you recording, nephew?
It's still recording.
Okay.
And just like that, we're going to clock out. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today and celebrating Pride Month together. We hope you enjoyed diving into those throwback moments and all the fresh tea. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and share the podcast with your friends. We've got plenty more stories, conversations, and celebrations coming your way. And remember, love is love is love. Until next time, keep shining bright, keep being you, and keep spreading that good vibe. Peace and love.
Good night. Love that.